welcome to my channel Deep Astro Universe. Om Namo Narayan. Today I'll be talking about Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio Lagna Rashi. How will be your April 2024? So before I begin, I would like to convey a message that all of you who want to take the paid consultation, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number. And before I begin, I would like to give you a brief caution that whatever your Mahadasha, Antar, and Pratyanta Dasha is going on, that is more important in terms of what result you are going to get. And these monthly analysis need to be checked according to the major planets and how they are transiting, because the effect triggers when these planets transit over those planets, or they somewhere are placed in trikon to them, and the event gets triggered in any of the defined time when it matches well with your Mahadasha, Antar, and Pratyanta Dasha. So it's a bit complicated to understand, but I will make sure that whatever I explain on the monthly analysis, it is duly understood by all the layman who do not know the technicalities of astrology. So I'll begin with the Leo Lagna Rashi. For you people, Sun is firstly transiting from the Pisces sign, and on 13th April it will be entering Aries sign. Now, till the time your Lagna Lord is there in the Pisces sign in the 8th house, this situation is little bit tricky for you. Why? Because here it will be conjunct with Rahu, and this combination can trigger a lot of anxiety and tension and trouble in your life. Especially one can get headache, and even there can be a loss in their pride and self respect at this time. Even their father can face some troubles in their life, and even a situation can come where they uh, might face certain hindrances in their health. Also, some health issue can also come along. But from 13th April, when this sun will enter in the Aries sign in your ninth house, it will get somewhere conjunct with Jupiter. This is a very beautiful combination. Why? Because this combination somewhere is especially good for not just for the increase in wisdom and intelligence, but being the lord of your fifth house, and the first house lord sun and the fifth house lord Jupiter will be conjunct in your ninth house. So it is the Lakshmi Narayan yoga forming. It's one of the Dhan yoga, and because the Jupiter is even the eighth house lord, so all of a sudden there could be possibility of a beautiful change in your life. And even for all those people who were foreseeing any kind of progeny, childbirth, that could be possible. Any kind of a love relationship, even they wanted to join any college or institution for higher degrees, that is also possible. And if you wanted to see any change in your professional career, that is also possible at this time. Now, I have already explained about Jupiter too, because Jupiter will be there in the ninth house, aspecting your first house, third house, and fifth house. It's a very beautiful time, I said, for childbirth, also for your wisdom and intelligence to rise at this time, and for some travel. So, it's a very beautiful time to initiate something. So now coming to Venus, Venus will be there in your eighth house. It will be exalted along with Rahu. This is a very beautiful combination for getting any kind of inheritance, or even not just inheritance, but if you have invested your money in any of the multinational, uh, you know, stock market, multinational companies, where in stock or FDs, mutual funds, and all those things, there you can see increase in that money. Even you can, but make sure you don't get into relationship in a hidden relationship, or you do some unethical things at this time, because eighth house Venus along with Rahu, these people can do some unethical work, something which is not accepted in our society, that you need to make sure not to go out of your culture. Else it can be little bit critical in later terms. But all your obsessions and desires related to Venus might get fulfilled. All your hidden desires, okay, obsessions might get fulfilled at this time, because the conjunction of Venus and Rahu is happening in the eighth house. Okay. Now, because even the Venus is Lord of your 10th house, and your third house. So most probably something related to your career, and something related to your own you know your own skills, whatever skills you have. So at this point of time, if somebody was looking for a job in foreign places or even multinational company, you can initiate over there. And for those people who are in biomedical field, there you also can get a job in foreign land, or anything connected to foreign entity, foreign client. You can get a financial sector job in multinational, or multinational bank, or any kind of company, okay, industry. So this is possible for the Leo Lagna Rashi people. Now, I have already talked about Rahu and Ketu. Rahu will be there in your eighth house, and Ketu in the second house. Most probably, this is the most beautiful transit of Rahu and Ketu, especially if someone wants to indulge into hidden activities, research and analysis, those kind of things. That can be a really good time for the Leo Lagna Rashi people. If you are connected with any of those areas, you can get interest in occult science too, but it separates you from your family, uh, uh, and even anything related to your family or money. You might feel uh, you are not detached, but somewhere you are separated from them, or because of certain reason. And even your money flow is also there. Maybe you are spending money a lot at this time on some or the other thing. You have expenditures at this time, and you are almost desiring to have lot many good things for your comfort and for your luxury. Okay, this is definitely possible, and especially when this conjunction of Venus and Rahu will happen in your eighth house, you can have those hidden desires fulfilled by investing for your own comforts and luxuries. Okay, now because Mars will be there in the Aquarius sign, and later on 23rd April it will enter the Pisces sign. So this conjunction of Mars and Saturn will be happening in your seventh house. And because Saturn is making a Sas Namak Raj Yoga in your seventh house, whenever Saturn is placed in its Capricorn sign, Aquarius sign, or the exalted sign Libra, in the Kendra houses, like for that Taurus, Lagna Rashi, Leo for Leo Lagna Rashi. Um, Similarly, if I talk about for Scorpio Lagna Rashi, and then Aquarius Lagna Rashi for you people. Sas Namak Raj Yoga is forming in current transit of Saturn for the next 1 year. Now, this Mars, while it will be conjunct in the seventh house of the Leo Lagna Rashi, most probably this will be really beneficial in terms of uh, in terms of new changes. And if you wanted to buy something, uh, some you wanted to initiate a new business, you wanted to get married, or you wanted to start a new family, or you even wanted to start a new partnership. Okay, these all things are possible. Even uh, for those people who wanted to have a new home, new life, um, separate home life. So this kind of thing can also happen. Maybe you get married at this time. This is even uh, chance for you to get married and settled in life. This is a huge possibility. Maybe your mother and father uh, indulge you with someone who is a perfect match for you, and you feel like settling down with that person, with a man or a woman. So this is a beautiful transit for you. And then when this Mars will enter into the Pisces sign from 23rd April, this is a little bit critical situation, especially for your father. If you have your father, his health can deteriorate at this time. Even your mother's health can be little bit troublesome at this time, and your mind will almost be full of tension and worries because of certain problems that can come all of a sudden in your life. Then along with it, when the Saturn is placed in your seventh house, most probably it will be asking you to focus on the seventh house areas, whether it be marriage or whether it be business partnership. But most critically, it will be certainly be damaging your ninth house, your first house, and your fourth house. Not damaging, but in the sense, it will be asking you to put more of efforts and hard work toward those areas, more of a hard work, because if you want to get result out of the aspects of Saturn, you need to put more hard work on those areas, more efforts. And it is better to work and make a profession out of areas which are 10th from Saturn, a house which is 10th from your Saturn, than the 10th house Lord itself. Okay, it sometimes connect with your past life pending profession also, and if you complete that, then your current profession will definitely flourish. This is one of the remedy I have given. If your profession is not going good, then try to do something out of uh, the past life profession, like any house that is coming 10th from your Saturn. Okay. Suppose your Saturn is placed in the seventh house. I'm talking about Leo Lagna Rashi people. If your Saturn is placed in the seventh house, then 10th from it will be fourth house. So anything related to your home, whatever, suppose for your motherland, whatever pending profession, pending karma you had related to it, you begin something related to your motherland, your mother, start a new start a profession, start a work related to her, or you do something for your mother and motherland. Ultimately the current profession will also start to flourish. Okay, this is one of the remedy I have given to you know if you want to improve your professional life in the current birth. Now, similarly, Mercury will be there in the Aries sign. It will be retrograde from 2nd April, and then it will enter Pisces sign on 9th April, where it will get debilitated. And then again, it will on 25th April, it will get forward. So, whole thing is happening in the ninth and the 8th house. Ninth house, then it will enter into the 8th house. This is a little bit critical position, because the 11th house and second house lord will be going into the 8th house. So maybe there can be trouble in your family life, in your money life, maybe some losses and expenditure due to certain reasons. And here Mercury will even be conjunct with Rahu, so some trouble can come in your family life, and related to your social circle, your elder siblings, something related to your family life, some troubles can come all of a sudden related to gains. Maybe there is sudden transformation where you have now to focus more upon your family and your social life altogether, and how you communicate, how you manage this situation without analyzing it, rather intuitively and with a deep emotions. There the situation could be handled easily. If you are not able to manage this situation, then the impulsive reaction that you will give at this time to your family, towards your family members or your social circle, later this can result in loss of relationship. Okay, and even uh, this can even result loss of money or any kind of desire fulfillment or gains and opportunities. So this was for Leo Lagna Rashi. Now now coming to Virgo Lagna Rashi. So for you people, Mercury being the lord of your 10th house and first house is entering Aries sign on 2nd April, it will get retrograde, and then it will enter Pisces sign on 9th April, and then again on 25th April it is getting forward in the forward motion. That means while this Mercury being the lord of your 10th house and first house, getting retrograde in the 8th house, okay, this is again a critical situation because certain degree of problems related to your career life and stress related to yourself, maybe some health issue can come in at this point of time. When the same retrograde Mercury will enter its debilitation sign, Pisces sign, on 9th April, this is extreme critical situation. Over here Rahu will also enter. Whatever you are going to communicate to your in your professional life, and even the way you are going to communicate, you will be misjudged by people. Maybe miscommunication can happen, even the documentation work can go wrong. And as I said, the things look critical from the Aries sign itself only. When the Mercury is entering Aries sign, then again back to Pisces sign. So I would request you that you do not miscommunicate anything, and whatever communication media you are using, mobile, laptop, or anything, all those communication media, keep in check of those media also. They also can get damaged. And because the thing is happening in the Pisces sign, Mercury, when it's get debilitated and retrograde, most of the time it is advised not to use your analytical mind. Instead, use your intuitive mind and your emotional quotient rather than analytical. Okay, so this is my advice for you. Now coming to the another thing, which is uh, Saturn is there in the Aquarius sign in your, you know, in your 6th house. So it is uh, helping you. It's not helping you, it is actually giving you lot of daily routine work life. You are now completely focused on your daily routine work life. It is even giving you a lot of a lot of, lot of fights, a lot of competitions. But in your daily life you are somewhere fighting to come out of a particular situation. You are even given, if you are into work life, if you are into job life, you are working really hard, lot of competition over there. You are pushed to work for extra hours for the Virgo people at this time. Okay, because Saturn, when sitting in 6th house, will push you to work extra in your life, work harder. So if you were working for 9 to 5, it will push you to work till 8, till late night. It will push you to work. So ultimately, this Saturn will somewhere hinder your, will not hinder, but it will ask you to work towards your 6th house and even towards your health, because it will uh, even try to damage your health. And it becomes really crucial to check on your health, how your health is right now. So for all the Virgo Lagna people, you need to keep in check of your health issues, because what Saturn gives will be lifelong damaging than any other planet. Okay. Similarly, the aspect of Saturn in the 8th and the 12th and the 3rd house, these houses also need a lot of effort. If you wanted to do some charity work, or you wanted to travel abroad for something, to initiate something, to do some, to work, to do a job, or you wanted to transform, you wanted to change your place, you wanted to all those things, then you need to put lot of effort in those areas. Okay, but that doesn't mean it won't give any result. uh, Saturn present in the Aquarius sign in its own mool trikon sign will definitely give you result, but you definitely put in lot of efforts in those areas. And if you are not putting, because it is aspecting the 8th house, it will definitely bring trouble in your life. It will definitely bring certain degree of energy loss, or loss of something, loss of your health, that can also come. Okay, so if you want something, you need to put effort in those areas. Saturn just want you to put efforts, be practical, be little pragmatic. Nothing comes so easily in life plattered for you to just enjoy it. Okay, so you need to put in effort. So similarly, when Mars will be there in the Aquarius sign till 23rd April, and when then afterwards it will enter the Pisces sign. So till the time it is there in the Aquarius sign conjunct with Saturn, this Mars being the Lord of you know the eighth house and the third house, little bit critical, because the eighth house lord going to sixth house, it's a vipreet raj yoga. It will suddenly bring in lot of opportunities to initiate something in your life. You wanted to initiate something in your daily routine life for income, as a source of income. This is a beautiful time to initiate that, okay? And even when this Mars will enter the Pisces sign in the seventh house, this is again a beautiful combination. Why? Because now you can actually now work upon to do something far away, or something other than your you can leave your birthplace and initiate something. If you wanted to travel to different place and you wanted to initiate something out of your birthplace, or something away from your hometown, all those things can happen. And even but along with it, this will bring certain degree of disturbance in your marriage life or your partnership. Then coming to Sun will be there in the Pisces sign in the seventh house till 12th April, and then on 13th April, this Sun will enter the Aries sign. So till the time this particular Sun, the Lord of your 12th house, is there in the seventh house, this is bringing a certain degree of issues in your partnerships, in your business, losses in your business, losses in your, or some kind of disturbance in your marital life also. But after that, when it will enter the Aries sign, it will get conjunct with Jupiter from 13th April. So this conjunction will be the most beautiful conjunction for Virgo, and the most beautiful time, and the beginning of the most beautiful time for Virgo Lagna Rashi people from 13th April, because after April they will see a rise in luck, and even most of the things will favor them. Many of the times, even maybe all of a sudden they feel like they are now lucky enough to do something in their life, and the luck is also coming, and even prosperity is also coming in their life. Okay, this can also happen. Now one more thing is that Venus being in the Pisces sign will be conjunct with Rahu. So Venus being the lord of your ninth house and the second house in the seventh house, somewhere make possibility of you getting married at this time, some to someone who is foreign from your culture or from a distant place. Okay, that is a huge possibility. And if you wanted to go for a higher education, or you wanted to initiate a new business, you can even go for higher education at some distant place, in foreign place also. You can get a foreign guru also at this time. And even you can initiate a trading kind of a business, export and import, and even you can get to connected to foreign people for your business partnership. This all can happen uh, depending on the kundali and your mahadasha, antardasha, and pratyantardasha. So this can happen. Now another thing is that Rahu and Ketu, the placement of Rahu in your seventh house and Ketu in the first house, what it triggers is currently your whole focus is on your seventh house matters. Considering all the people who are around you, means other than you, whatever, whosoever is there in your life, your focus is completely on those matters, whether be your business partnership, business, or marital relationship. Your whole focus is on those areas. So this was all for Virgo Lagna Rashi people. I think your time is about to come from 13th April, and the beautiful change I can foresee in your life in the coming months. Now coming to Libra lagna rashi. For Libra lagna rashi, for you, your Venus will be present in the Pisces sign in the 6th house, where Rahu will also be there conjunct with it. Ketu will be there in the 12th house. So most probably Rahu in the 6th house increases the possibility of wealth. So Venus conjunct over here will increase the possibility of wealth over here. So you can take loan also at this time. Your loan will also get cleared. If you want to take something on rent, that also will be easily done. So this is a beautiful combination. But the only thing you need to make sure is that Venus here definitely will get uh, uh, exalted and conjunct with Rahu, but do not get too analytical about any money related issue. Suppose you wanted to take a loan, okay, but you are too analytical that you are analyzing every detail of it, okay. You suppose you wanted to buy something on lease. You are too analytical on each and every detail of it. Then this will create an create an issue for you, okay. This Venus can create issue for uh, these areas especially. But for the wealth related things, Venus and Rahu conjunction in 6th house can be really good for those who wanted to start something, especially they wanted to get an inheritance. All of a sudden they wanted to get a position out of competition, or in their professional life they wanted a wealth, they wanted money, they any kind of service they provide, they wanted a hike in their money. This is all possible while Rahu and Venus are conjunct in 6th house. And Ketu being in the 12th house will somewhere make you feel detached from all those areas of 12th house. Even maybe you feel really spiritual, charitable at this moment. You do some selfless service. You might volunteer to do some selfless service at this time. Even because Jupiter is there in the Aries 7th house, this is a beautiful combination. Why? Because 7th house Jupiter is aspecting your first house, your 11th and 3rd house. So most probably it is trying to fulfill all your desires, and it is doing good in the life of your siblings, whether be younger siblings or elder siblings. Even it is bringing wisdom and intelligence in your life, that much prosperity with which you can fulfill all your desires. Or even you can get married if you wanted to. You can, if not married, you can find the right partner at this time. Because when the sun will enter the Aries sign till 12th April, it will be there in the 6th house, the Pisces sign conjunct with Rahu. This is really critical combination happening in the 6th house for Libra Lagna Rashi people, because Venus will also be there, and because Sun, Venus, and Rahu will be there. So certainly things will be little bit critical in terms of fight and litigation. If you are competing with something for litigation and fights, the court cases, all those things, and you are giving something on lease, or you have taken something on rent, or you are taking loan, make sure you don't end up fighting and making analytical decisions without using your emotions or intuition. Because in 6th house, when Venus is present, try to use your intuition and your emotions rather than your analytical mind. Because here in Kalpurush Kundli, Venus gets debilitated and Sun is also there. So be little less critical and analytical over here, and try not to enter into any kind of fight and litigation. Just utilize this energy. If you wanted to initiate something, you wanted a transformation or upliftment in your salary or money, or you wanted to fight over some competition, whether being job or any court case or something, just take it just do it like in a very intuitive manner, with emotions, not analytically. Okay, do not use your analytical mind over here. So now after 12th April, on 13th April, Sun will enter into Aries sign. There it will be conjunct with Jupiter. This is the most beautiful conjunction, I could say, because the 11th house Lord will be conjunct with the Jupiter in the 7th house. Jupiter being the Lord of your 3rd house and 6th house. So this is a very beautiful conjunction happening. So anyone who wanted to you know who wanted to end up is initiating some new business, some new service oriented work, and they wanted to gain something, they wanted to fulfill their desires, they wanted to get married at this time. A huge possibility is there. And even if somebody wanted to take a loan at this time, and they wanted to clear any kind of loan, the huge possibility is there to fulfill all those desires. Okay. Now, similarly, Mercury will be there in the Aries sign on 2nd April, getting retrograde, and then it will enter Pisces sign in your 6th house on 9th April, and there also it will be retrograde. So that's the reason why I said do not use your analytical mind. I would request for Libra, Lagna Rashi people, do not use your analytical mind at all at this time in April. Try to use your intuition and emotional quotient for any kind of, like, suppose there is a situation where you are fighting with someone, try to use your emotions, try to use your intuition rather than analyzing the whole situation and then reacting over it. Okay, that can become a little bit troublesome for you. And do not try to do any kind of documentation work also, because especially Mercury being in the debilitation sign, Pisces sign, from 9th April till 25th April, do not do any kind of documentation work. It will be it can become really daunting for you in the later months. Okay, because some kind of mistake you can do while signing or filling that form. Even any kind of formal or informal communication also, Rahu is also placed over there. So while using your mobile laptops and all those things, there can be a dysfunction, there can be malfunction, and something can happen. So if the Mahadasha, Antardasha and Pratyantar is also going off all these planets, Venus, Mercury, Rahu, and what I said is Sun, any of these planets, try not to use your analytical mind, use your emotional quotient, use your intuition. Do not sign any documents, do not and even be critical about your health. There can be health issues coming in your life, and people can come up to you to fight with you, or you can enter into fight and unnecessary fight with others. So do not communicate unnecessarily, do not communicate with people. Similarly, Saturn will also be there in your fifth house, and fifth house, Saturn will be conjunct with Mars till 23rd April. So here the lord of your seventh and second house, Maraka houses, will be there in the fifth house. So anything, any situation where you are in a relationship, not just as a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but any loved relationship where with the children or with the family member or with your spouse or anyone, or even with your friend circle, there you can end up disturbing those relationships. Why? Because this Mars belongs to the Maraka houses, and it will be entering your fifth house. So some changes can come all of a sudden because of your impulsive attitude at this time, where you can take a end up taking any decision to change your profession. Ultimately, this also can come, and you can end up changing your profession, and you can begin something new. Okay, you can initiate something, maybe you end up starting your own business. So this also can happen because impulsively you can take some decision related to your Saturn is basically profession, your karmas, and you can change because it's in the house of the change, and this can ultimately disturb your relationship with the loved ones, and even your mind won't work properly because it's in the house of fifth house. So it's a house of intelligence. When Mars like planet is there, which takes impulsive decision, at times you're not able to think properly. So my advice for you people is that for Libra Lagna Rashi, do not use your analytical mind, think intuitively, use your emotions, do not communicate, do not do any kind of documentation work, do not sign any papers, do not write any formal or informal any kind of thing, either letter or any kind of communication, do not do at this time. And even do not take any impulsive decision, rash decision, though Saturn will still try to control your behavior. Okay, now when Mars will enter the Pisces sign on 23rd April, it will even get conjunct with Rahu also. Sorry, I missed in several lagnas about it. But when it will get conjunct, not in the April, it will get conjunct May degree wise. So when it will get conjunct, that the aggression will be peak high. Okay, so fights can occur in the uh, life of Libra Lagna Rashi people. So that's a critical situation that can be a little bit problematic, but this situation will only come in May when the degree wise Mars will be closer to Rahu. Okay, but in April, when it is entering Pisces on 23rd April, for the timing it will be at peace, but slowly and slowly your aggression will try to rise because Rahu will play its role. Okay, so this was all for Libra Lagna Rashi people. Now I will talk about Scorpio Lagna Rashi. For you, your Mars will be there. So for Scorpio Lagna Rashi people, for you Mars will be there in the Aquarius sign till 23rd April. After that, it will be entering the Pisces sign. Now, till the time Mars is there in the fourth house with Saturn, your Lord of your sixth house and your first house will be there in the fourth house. So some uh, kind of, definitely some kind of transformation, that is you bringing transformation in your home life, in your comforts, just because your current daily routine work life is changing, and it is, though it is bringing will bring a lot of gains and opportunities, but still you will try to change a lot of things in your home life, in your comfort. Maybe you change your home, you maybe you go far away from your birth place to different place for your for work or something related to profession. That can happen, but it can even bring health issues to your mother at this time. Even it can bring health issues to your any of the family members, or in the home environment it can bring some critical situation where fight can happen, some kind of disturbance can happen. That's also possible. uh, but most probably this can even trigger a change of place for or even an opportunity or desire fulfillment, where you can get a new job or something like that. Okay, even when the same Mars will enter the Pisces sign in the fifth house, it will again be another opportunity for you to leave your home and initiate something the far away place. This is also possible, but as soon as the Mars will enter the Pisces sign, there Rahu is already placed, and when Rahu will get degree wise conjunct with Mars, certain amount of aggression will trigger in your life, and it can disturb the relationship with your loved ones. So this is also foreseen for Scorpio Lagna Rashi people. Now Saturn, I have already talked about, it is there in the fourth house. So it is bringing lot of changes in your home life, in your comfort, and because it is aspecting your sixth house, your 10th house, and your first house, so it is asking you to work harder towards areas related to your daily routine life, towards your health, and how you even take away some selfless services. So all those women who are housewife, they can take selfless service in their daily routine life where they are not expecting anything in return. This Saturn will help you get a status in your life, because it is even an aspecting 10th house. And if you even desired to get a job, a salaried job, if you are going to work selflessly, suppose today you have got a job which is less salaried, means you are paid less salary, then tomorrow if you are going to do this job very sincerely, with in a very in a very pragmatic and hard working and a practical, as I said, pragmatic, or in a very you're very dedicated towards your service, then this same Saturn will help you see rise in your salary and status later. Okay, and even it is asking you to do certain degree of transformation in yourself, in your mind, and in your personality, all those areas also. Okay, that is also um, the true aspect of Saturn. Now Mercury will be there in the Aries sign on 2nd April retrograde, and then it will enter Pisces sign on 9th April, where it will get debilitated and even it will be retrograde. And on 25th April, it will get forward. Now, Mercury being the lord of your 8th house and your 11th house will be present in your 6th house. So, where it will be retrograde. So, it's a critical situation for the people, especially if you wanted to, you know, so what I was talking about was Mercury. So whatever, because it is forming firstly in your Aries sign, because it's a Vipareet Raj Yoga. Your eighth house lord is going into your sixth house. So definitely it is retrograde, but it is Vipareet Raj Yoga which is forming. So you can gain something all of a sudden. That gain can be maybe. Um, you can clear your loans at this time all of a sudden. Whatever, suppose you want, you took something on rent, you can clear that rent or anything. Even you can get a job at this time, or you had a health issue, you can even find a solution for it. But most important thing is that when Mercury is retrograde and especially debilitated in the sign of Pisces from 9th April, where it will be even conjunct with Rahu, and Sun will also be there. That's a little bit, and even Venus will be there. It's a little bit critical condition. So I request people, do not use your analytical mind, because it will be forming in the fifth house. So your relationship can get damaged, and relationship with your anyone, your friend circle, your social circle, even relationship with your children, relationship, love the relationship, any kind of relationship can get damaged. Even your intelligence can get damaged. Your creativity, if you're using your analytical mind, you need to use your emotional quotient, emotional mind, and intuitive mind at this time rather than analytical mind, till the time Mercury is retrograde and debilitated in the Pisces sign from 9th April to 25th April. So it's a very critical time. So that's the reason. And even make sure of all the communication media like mobile, laptops, all those these medias. You keep in check of these medias, and if any dysfunction, do not any dysfunction in your communication, like what kind, how you are making a formal and informal communication in your life, try not to use any kind of rash words, else it can get into some stiff in your relationship, your bonds with people, your loved ones, and even because it can disturb your relationship with your own communication. So I request, while you are communicating, whether be a formal or an informal communication, whether you are speaking, do not communicate in a very rash and an impulsive way. And even do not try to do any documentation work, do not sign any document, do not fill any document at this time. That is also very important. Similarly, Sun will be there in the Pisces sign, as I said, till 12th April. This is also, the conjunction is forming in the fifth house, as I said, of Sun, Rahu, Mercury, and Venus. This is a very critical time. You can gain also, because Venus will be exalted. You can gain also a lot of money and fame, name, fame, all this. But even that name, fame can be for bad things also. If good things also, for bad things also. Maybe all of a sudden you get name, fame. Instead of for good things, you get name, fame for bad things, for your misbehavior. Okay, that can also happen. But definitely you have huge possibility of gaining a good relationship with some foreign person, or you can get a contact for some opportunity from foreign place for work or something related to it. Okay, for career, that is also possible. Okay, but communication and documentation work has to be checked at this time. When Sun will enter the Aries sign on 13th April in your sixth house, there this will be a critical situation. Why? Not critical situation for your job. Definitely you can clear any kind of competition, or whatever kind of competitions are there in your professional life, that competition you can clear and you can get your desired job. But if not able to, then this situation can be little bit tricky also for you to uh, if you are already in a professional life, this situation can be little bit tricky in your professional life. Maybe some kind of fights or competition can come where unnecessary debates happen. So that also can be triggered when Sun is there in the Aries sign from 13th April. But still, the beautiful thing will be Jupiter will be conjunct with Sun over here, and Jupiter being the lord of your second house and your fifth house will make a Raj Yoga in the sixth house. So all those people who wanted to see a change, wanted to initiate a new job, it's the right time they can get a job. And all those people who are suffering from any kind of health, you can find cure at this time. And even money related issues, if you had, this is another a very beautiful time to clear all the loans and all the anything, any kind of fights or litigation you had, you can clear all those things, and you can even win over your competitions, any kind of fights. And also, as I said, you can gain money also from foreign element, okay, or some, not just foreign element, uh, from all those who are not alive, okay, there also, from there also. And even in your career also, you can get the opportunity from MNC or foreign place. Now, similarly, I have already talked about Venus will be conjunct with Rahu, Mercury, Sun, and all those in the fifth house. This conjunction can give you professional opportunities from foreign place, and even all those opportunities can come all of a sudden. But the only important thing you need to keep in mind is you do not do any kind of documentation work, signature, any kind of formal informal communication, because then situation can be really critical. Some miscommunication or uh, something can be really critical related to what you write, uh, what you know, if you're doing a documentation work, you might uh, do some mistake over there, okay, that is also possible. But do not try to disturb your relationship with people, okay. That's the another thing. And I have said, do not use your analytical mind in the relationship and anything related to those areas which are mentioned, and instead, if you will use your emotional side and intuitive side, this combination will work in your favor. So this was all for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio Lagna Rashi people for how will be your April 2024. Now, for other four Lagna Rashis, I'll be making separate videos. If you really like this video, you can subscribe to my channel. I saw many of you do not subscribe to my channel. They do watch, but they do not subscribe. I make it possible to make as comprehensive as possible. These videos are for layman so that you can understand the grip of every detail, how I take it out from the astrology. I don't put up the technicalities, the words which are mentioned in astrology. As I understand, most of you do not understand much of those words, and they have no idea what is exactly those yogas. If I mention this yoga is forming, that yoga is forming, this kind of thing is forming, that kind of, the technicalities over here are not mentioned, just to make it simpler for uh, any person to understand what is exactly. And I always make it possible for all the people to even give cautions for the dates and time periods when things can be really critical in their lives. As I said, in April, from 9th April to 25th April, things are really critical. So especially for the documentation work, communication work, and any kind of signature and the form filling, you do not do any kind of formal and informal communication you are doing. Make sure you are not doing any kind of mistake over there, okay. It will be a kind of like, it can disturb your relationships in your career, in your, with your colleagues, with your friends, and even maybe the people you are contacting, or who are contacting with you for a new job, a new change. Anything can happen. That's the reason why I say what you need to keep in check in April. So this was my analysis. You can contact me for consultation, paid consultation. This is not free. I take my time to analyze each and every detail for you. So it's valued. So if you value my knowledge, you should value what I take, because I don't take anything extra from you, because that's not who I am or what I do. So if you really like this video, please do subscribe to my channel too. Thank you so much.